Hey guys, I got a knife review for you. This will be my first knife review, and I haven't been able to find any reviews on this knife yet on YouTube. So here we go. This is the Sog Kiku. It is model number 1001. And what really drew me to this knife, I'm not really a fan of Sog. Typically their knives tend to have side-to-side blade play, at least the ones that I've handled and purchased. But what really drew me to this knife was the micarta handle. I mean, this thing it feels great. It's a little bit rough on the finish, as you can see, if I can get this to focus. A little bit rough on the finish, but yeah, really attractive. Pretty good traction, although there's no jumping up top. This is primarily a EDC knife. It's a 3.5 inch AUS-8 blade. Liners are pretty thin. Let's see. Yeah, as you can see there, it has early lockup, but the liners are thin. So this is definitely meant to be a EDC knife. Deep carry Sog pocket clip, that's one thing that they definitely do right. It's also relatively light at 4.2 ounces for a 3.5 inch blade. Oops, that was bad. Using my left hand deployment's a little awkward. But another cool feature that this knife has is that dual grind. It's kind of like this Tanto spear point. Very unique. It has a hollow grind in this part here on the recurve, and then a flat grind up near the tip. And I have cut quite a bit with this knife already, and it's already lost a bit of its edge, but that's to be expected with soft AUS-8. I think the Rockwell's like 56 to 58. So I guess that's to be expected. It's going to be a pain to touch this up with this recurve here, but I guess I'll manage somehow. And the blade stock is pretty thick. Back before this swedge here, on their website it says it's 0.16 inches thick at this part right here, so it's pretty thick blade stock, but that swedge is pretty aggressive. So I'm pretty sure that this would be a fairly decent stabber as well. And for comparison, I guess I will just use the two knives that I have on hand. First I have the 0560 composite blade carbon fiber. And yeah, it definitely dwarfs this knife. And another comparison, just for the sake of being cool, I have the Browse Division flipper with the acid wash blade. Very cool knife, but as you can see, this Sog Kiku is relatively small, but they do have a larger version of it. But the lack of jumping, I couldn't really justify buying the larger version, as even the larger version would really be suited as an EDC knife rather than a self-defense tactical blade. But yeah, they're pretty cool. They come with this nice satin finish, but they also have a black coated version. And yeah, overall I was really impressed with the cutting performance of this knife. It really slices well. That recurve really feeds material well into that tip. And yeah, I mean, I think it was a little bit overpriced, but Sog tends to be, in my experience. I really wish that they would upgrade their blade material, but I don't know. It is easy to sharpen. If you're experienced with sharpening recurves, you shouldn't really have a problem with this one. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the buy. I definitely am a fan of canvas micarta, or linen micarta as well, but it just feels great in the hand. I just wish that the liners were flush with the micarta, like how this is cut like that. If only they mated the liners perfectly to this micarta pattern, it would act as jumping down the entire back and bottom of the knife, and that would really help the traction plan a lot. But it's still pretty comfortable. I mean, the liners do dig into the meat of your thumb a little bit, but you can't really get a purchase on that aggressive pattern of the micarta. But yeah, that's all I got, guys. Definitely a cool knife. Nice little EDC, pretty light. Overall, I would recommend buying it. There's definitely better options at this price point. I think I paid like $80 for this smaller version. The larger version is a bit more. I think it's over $100. Yeah, for this price point, you could definitely find a knife with better blade steel. But overall, this is a pretty unique and cool knife. So, thanks a lot, guys. Catch you later.